Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cross Media Show, where we talk about movies and TV shows and give our reviews and stuff. Again, I'm still working on this intro, so don't judge me, please. I have here today, Jesus Christ, I ran out of breath. I have here today, Christian. How's it going, Christian?
Hey everyone, thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. I also have Vinny.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. It's actually DiGiorno.
Ah, man. Now you're just making me think about the pizza I'm not having.
I'm sorry. You could sneak in a couple bites.
It's all right. I got my drink for now. I got the drink of a generation.
Pepsi?
Yeah.
You sick
Cheers,
son of a
bud.
bitch.
Yes.
What
This
the
is a-
fuck is
This
wrong
is
with
a
you?
Coca-Cola podcast and a Coca-Cola podcast only. I
Except
also
Sprite.
have Sprite is Coca-Cola, so you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also have here Tessa, which hasn't been here in a while. How's it
No,
going,
I
Tessa?
haven't. It's going okay. I have Coke for the record. The true
Yeah.
generation.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
How
Yeah.
many riots have Coke stopped though? That's all I'm saying.
Did that work? I don't think that
No,
worked.
it didn't. It really didn't. And I
yeah,
also
but which soda used actual Coke? But anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you're right. You're right. This is very true. Which soda actually used Coke, Vinny?
I mean,
Fun fact, I put some in my Coke every day. Yeah. Yeah. And you see me as a very functional human being, so it works.
Maybe next episode we can rank all the Coca-Cola product placements in movies and TV.
Oh, I
I'm just
like
saying.
that. I like that. I really do.
I think that'd be fun.
I think that would be really good. Christian,
Not that I know of any, but I'm just saying.
that's it.
We're
You're on the next
spitballing here.
episode, so
I made it.
make a list. All right. And finally, we have Ryan. Ryan, how's it going?
Hey. Doing pretty good. And I got Sprite with me.
That works. It's in the Coca-Cola family. So I'll
Hold on.
accept that.
Everyone's saying their drinks. I have coffee.
I have water.
It's from 11 a.m.
ooh.
11 a.m. your time, which is how long ago?
5 hours ago.
Okay.
You psycho.
Yeah.
That's how we do it in Portland. I'm sorry.
This is true. That is how they do it in Portland.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah. Today we are talking about the future of video game media, besides video games, TV shows and movies specifically. I want to thank Vinny for bringing this topic to my attention. I really appreciate that, Vinny. So we're going to start off with the one I think is going to do well the most, and that's Uncharted the movie.
Oh, okay. That's not where I thought you were going.
Yeah.
No.
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 That
You're
was
more
a-
optimistic.
Guys, it was me being sarcastic. I'm sorry. It just finished production. What are we thinking about this? Is it going to be successful? Is it going to be a garbage truck on fire? Is it going to be the best video game movie of all eternity that overranks, that's not the word I'm looking for, that outranks Super Mario Brothers?
Yes to all those questions.
Ooh, okay. To all those questions. That's
Monster
crazy.
Hunter will be better than Mario Brothers.
You're crazy. Monster Hunter, that movie looks like it's not even
Yeah,
in the
well-
Monster Hunter universe.
We'll save that for later, but yeah, that's
We will. Christian, what are your
Yes.
thoughts on this?
So I do have some thoughts. Who has access to a computer, like a second screen? Because
I
if you
mean-
look this up, if you look at the writers on this movie, trash. So already we're not off to a great start here.
Mhm.
However,
Okay.
I will say that the combo of Tom Holland with Mark Wahlberg, like that chemistry, I feel like is going to work super well for it. So like general audiences may enjoy it.
Okay.
So I don't think it'll work well like as a video game movie, but as like a generic action movie, it might work better there.
Okay. I have one question for you. Have you seen
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg with the Sully mustache?
Did he have the mustache in that one picture where he's like dressed up?
Yeah.
No, he looks
did.
great.
That's not the word I would use. I would say he looks like that. Somebody
He
glued
looks like
a
Mark Wahlberg.
yeah, but like if somebody glued a caterpillar to his face.
Mm-hmm.
But that's neither here nor there. Okay. Do you know any of these writers? Because I don't.
No, neither do I. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we got one guy here that wrote Iron Man.
Which
One.
one?
Let's see. Well, he was a part of the writing process for
3
Iron
is
Man.
the best Iron Man.
Thank you, Christian. You're now officially going to be on every podcast for the Cross Media Show because that's absolute facts. Matthew Holloway was one of the writers, and then another one, Art Markham, and let's see.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Transformers, Men in Black, the new
Joe
one.
The new one, right?
Carnahan?
Yeah.
Joe Carnahan wrote Bad Boys for Life. Are you fucking kidding me? This movie is going to be amazing.
Depends.
Did
Was he the lead writer or was the guy who wrote Transformers, Dark Side of the Moon, and Men in Black, the new one?
Let's
Did
hope
anyone
not.
watch the 2017, I think, Tomb Raider with
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A contender.
So I feel like Uncharted will have like similar like beats, if that makes sense. Like it's not gonna be anything stellar, but it might be a good movie to just like turn your brain off and
Well, not to
enjoy.
mention it's essentially the same
Oh.
idea with just different
Right.
genders.
However,
So
I
the
think
two
that Tom
writers
Holland has
together.
better.
Well, yeah, and the director's done good stuff because I'm looking. He's did Venom, which is not the
Mm,
best, but he's
no.
done both of the Zombielands. He's done 30 Minutes or Left. He's done a few episodes of Between Two Ferns. So like, I think he can do the comedy, which is like a really big part of the Uncharted series.
But
Yes,
it's
but
also
can-
like the 5th director they've had, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Vinny,
Mhm.
what do you think about this movie? Is it going to do well?
I think at best it's just going to be another Tomb Raider where it's an okay movie, but it's
Mhm.
not a good game adaptation. Like I like that
Mhm.
Nolan was a part of it. I love that he's been involved in all of it, but just the individual pieces of what they have doesn't really feel like Uncharted to me right now, and that's my biggest worry.
Okay. I was going to say before that I do think that Tom Holland has better acting chops than Alicia Vikander. I could be
Oh, yeah.
wrong.
Oh yeah, it's not Tom Holland's fault. It's just he's still very much in Spider-Man right now for me, so it's hard for me to really see him in like any other world. But
Okay.
like,
If you watch him
Mhm.
watch him in The
Netflix
Lost
movie.
City of Zed. No, The Lost City of Zed.
Mhm.
Who's the director? James Gray. He just did Ad Astra, was his recent movie. Tom Holland is in The Lost City of Zed. Oh my god, his performance is fantastic. And he has a mustache in it.
Okay.
Is it better than Mark's?
No, I don't think so.
That's unfortunate.
It looks like a 14-year-old's mustache.
Okay. Well, he is.
So the answer is yes.
What was that, Ryan?
It looks more natural.
Christian, are you Canadian?
No,
No.
why?
You said Lost City of Zed.
That's what it's
Is this
called.
Lost
Yes.
City of Z?
But it is pronounced Zed. And that is the
Ooh.
most that is
Christian, you're losing me here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have
Because
to
like
cut
I
you
was like,
off.
what movie is this? 'Cause I remember Lost City of Z because it had the guy from the biker show I watched in the early 2000s.
Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like it was a good movie.
Okay. All right. I'm bringing back your respect levels because it was a good movie. So I've been told.
Thank you.
No problem. Tessa,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on this movie?
Okay, so I have a few. Uncharted was probably my favorite video game series, possibly
Okay.
ever. I'm actually replaying it right now. I'm on the train scene in Uncharted 2.
Nice.
I just want to say that whenever people compare it to the Tomb Raider movie, like I understand and I get that, but also I feel like Tomb Raider really was more of an adaptation of an already existing video game. And I think people are kind of forgetting that this isn't going to be a direct adaptation. Like it's a different plot with younger characters.
True.
First off, I just wanted to get
Yeah.
that out there. As far as the
Okay.
terrible, of course, like I'm very hopeful because I love these games and I hope they do it correctly. And I know that Tom Holland also really likes these video games because he's, talked about it before. And I hope he puts more effort into it because of that. But I'm hopeful that even with the writers they picked and everything else, I feel like there's going to be some good parts to it. I'm hoping that overall it's well done. But as far as the writers go, because we were talking about that, Broken Clock is right, a couple times a day. So I mean,
Two
they might
times,
not
in fact.
have. Yeah, I said a couple. That's two.
You're right.
I mean, they may have not made the best films out there, written the best films out there, but they also seem like they're relatively new. So they might have still been finding their rhythm and their way of working and writing. And I have all the hopes that maybe they did a little bit better with this. And yeah, sometimes a really good actor can make or break a mediocre script. So we'll see.
So you think Mark Wahlberg is going to break the script?
I was a little hesitant at first whenever they announced him for Sully, but then I remember, Sully isn't always going to be an old person. He was young once. And yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense the more I think about it, but
It is a young Nate story,
honestly,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and to be fair, going back to the terrible Mark Wahlberg mustache, Sully's mustache also looks like it belongs to a 70s porn star. So let's not,
But
act
it
like
also-
Sully
got
owns it.
this
That's the difference.
respectable, amazing mustache. It still looks like a caterpillar on his face as well.
Sully
Now you
could've
say
been
this.
a porn star.
Exactly. We don't know for sure.
Exactly. So why are we not acknowledging the fact that Sully's mustache in the game is not good either?
Because
mean-
that's I see your point, and I think maybe he was, but I don't see Mark Wahlberg becoming a 70s porn star.
No, I'm just
Is Tom
saying,
Selleck alive?
He still is alive.
mustache.
I believe Tom Selleck's still
Funny
alive.
Funny enough, the connection is Donnie Wahlberg. Coulda made it.
There's a guy at my work named Donnie Wahlberg. Trips me out every time.
Really? Is
No.
he the Donnie Wahlberg?
It's not the Donnie Wahlberg.
That's upsetting. Hard times for the Wahlburgers. Ryan, what do you think about this movie?
Oh, what do I think about the Uncharted movie? Usually movies that go through 5 directors are not usually ones that turn out well. That's the thing that worries me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Is that this movie has been in and out of production for what now? Almost a decade?
Correct.
Because they
It
wanted
was
to start
so
doing
long.
this with Uncharted 3, right? That's when we first heard these rumors.
Correct. This movie has been in production so long that Mark Wahlberg was originally supposed to be Drake.
Was he supposed to be
Yeah.
Drake? Yeah.
I think Robert De Niro was going to be Sully or something? Or no, it was
God,
Drake's
I would've
family.
killed
I hate
for
that.
was.
No, I
Oh,
hate that.
like
Yeah. I also hate that.
I'm a fan of that. I like De Niro though.
I don't think Robert De Niro would have been able to do this role. I saw him in Insomnia. He couldn't run that fast,
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest concern about all of this is when you put a movie into production for this long, it usually doesn't end up well. I think this movie is going to be so bad it's good though. That's where I'm placing this movie. It's this is going to be a fun movie to watch and make fun of, not a fun movie to be well, that's an Uncharted movie. It's fantastic.
Okay. All right. I personally go ahead, Christian.
No, I know we're talking shit, but man, I would kill to have a movie theater open and just go watch a
Listen,
mindless
man.
movie.
I have I have half of mine. New York City, well, not New York City, New York State theaters are open. And the closest one that's open around me is like a good 45 minutes away from my house. I have half of mine to just go watch Tenet again because it was that good.
I did do that, yeah. So I'm with you there.
Oh, you saw Tenet?
I did. We can talk about that later. It's fine.
we will talk about this later. Yeah, I think that this movie is going to do as well as it can be, and with Mark Wahlberg in the helms of Sully, I don't think that's going to be good. If I'm being honest, he didn't do that great in Transformers the Last Night, which he was in fact a Transformer, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really see the movie.
Fair though. it's
What?
a
Is that real?
Transformers movie.
He was the Last Night, was he not? Was he not the Last Night?
Yeah, I think no.
No, that was Optimus Prime.
God damn
Yep.
it, Ryan!
But wasn't
why
he
did
like
you have to-
Merlin's great grandson or something?
Why would
Jesus
anybody?
Christ.
You pick anybody to be Merlin's great, whatever descendant, and you choose Mark Wahlberg.
Mm.
It makes the
Mark
most
fucking
sense.
Wahlberg. Are you serious right now?
Well, it's because Merlin
Nicolas
wasn't
Cage would have been.
Merlin was
Listen.
a Transformer.
Nicolas Cage would have been a better pick for that role, and I think
How do you feel about
Nicolas Cage
Nicolas
would have been a
Cage
better
for
pick for this role.
Nicolas
Cage
Cage,
for Sully?
has
Fuck yeah.
range, okay? So don't even act like Nicolas Cage couldn't pull it off because we all know he could. The man has range.
That's what I'm
God
saying.
tier
Nicolas
actor.
Cage could. Yeah, exactly. So
He played
Nicolas
a wizard
Cage,
before.
I
he
do
played
have
himself.
one thing to say about this Uncharted movie.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be really upset if at any point someone doesn't yell Nate no dramatically
Nice.
and the music just like fades out and then it's like just kidding, he's alive.
No, they need the little sting thing.
I would be very upset if I don't hear Mark Wahlberg say, "Oh my God, we're in uncharted waters." Obviously, that was a really
Oh my
really
God.
bad. Anything with the word uncharted, I would be happy with.
Then a
Let's
wink
Oh,
at the
no.
find
camera.
This
somewhere
is-
Uncharted, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. As long as he says the word uncharted, I know that this movie will do good.
Looks like this is Drake's Deception.
Oh, I like that. I really do.
One last thing about Uncharted. That movie has already been made, and it's called National Treasure. And it's
Exactly.
fantastic.
And it has
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage who has range.
And it has Nicolas Cage.
Boom. See, it's all about the tie-ins, guys. We all bring it back.
Always
The
comes
next
back
thing
to
we're going to
Drake.
talk about. Exactly. The next thing we're going to talk about today is the Monster Hunter movie and how bad it looks. Am I wrong?
I'll be honest. I haven't seen the trailer.
Okay. Take a couple minutes to watch the trailer and then come back to me. If you can.
Mia Jovovich is in it, right?
Unfortunately.
Same team as the Resident Evil movies.
This is basically Resident Evil Monster Hunter World. That's what I said. Vinny,
Now,
what do you think about this?
Well, see, my main thing is when you go in knowing that, like, we've had, and it's like, what is it, 7 or 8 of the Resident Evil movies?
Who the fuck knows anymore?
At this
man?
point, like, we know what we're getting. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can make that argument that a better team could adapt it, or someone else could do the property better. We're not. That's not what we're getting. We know what we're getting. It's gonna be a trash fire, and that, like, I think Uncharted has a chance to actually be good. This is the movie I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be a train wreck, and I want to see how bad it is.
But that's what upsets me because this is the new Capcom. The Capcom that remade Resident Evil 2. Capcom that remade Resident Evil 3. They've been doing great.
Did someone
With-
say Resident Evil?
I did say Resident Evil. They've been doing great with these remakes,
Well-
and I would have just assumed that they would have brought that in, you know?
Well, they
Okay.
are making the Resident Evil show as well, so it
We're
could
not
be
talking
that.
about that now. We're going to
Is that the CG one?
Yes, that is the CG one.
Yeah.
No, we'll do that later. But yeah, they're doing a live action one as well. But yeah, no, Monster Hunter, you know what you're getting. Like, yes, it's gonna be awful, it's gonna be bad, but At this point, you just want to see how bad it's going to be.
I don't want to see how bad it's going to be. I know it's going to be bad.
See, I think a prime example was if you saw his version of the Three Musketeers. I did not go in thinking that was going to be a good movie, and I'm still amazed at how awful it was.
But that's a bad thing. Why would you hire somebody that? Well, okay, let me not say that because there's many things that could have gone wrong with that movie. I didn't see it, but I assume the script was bad.
It has Mila like in a corset doing like.
He needs to do himself a favor. Stop hiring his wife. It's getting a little out of control.
That's actually not the issue at all.
Is it not?
No, I mean, it doesn't matter who you put in a corset doing back bends beneath all these blades, and it's still going to be ridiculous and obnoxious. Yeah. It's not just.
Well, I'm just pulling from, the Resident Evil movies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also not the problem.
Is it not?
No, the problem is you make a character in a world that's apocalyptic that literally can't be killed. That's where you mess up. Boom, right there, first off, and you don't care at all.
Well, that's how the cash cow goes. If he doesn't,
need to actually stop myself because I will talk about this for about an hour.
Okay. I'm just saying. Maybe if he didn't put his wife in all his movies that he does, they have a chance of stopping the sequels and just know.
I've only seen, I think it's 2 and then 4. And they do have this weird thing where they'll introduce the characters from the games, and then they'll push them out of the side. It's like, hey, there's Leon, there's Chris. All right, but we're not focusing on them. Here's Mila. Mila's the star.
Exactly. Which is weird. Why bother?
Yeah.
But I just don't think that this movie is going to be good. Christian,
no.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did, and I've seen enough. I think I stopped at like 30 seconds before the end.
Okay.
And like Sony Pictures continues to like distribute like some of like the most awful looking movies.
No, it's Sony, so they're more focused on getting their Spider-Man money.
And it does feel like kind of like a cash grab, like just going like towards like the nerd audience, just pasting the Monster Hunter name onto this movie. Who knows though?
Yeah, who knows? Tessa.
Yes.
What do you think about this Monster Hunter World movie?
Okay, so clearly I'm going to have to say one thing about Resident Evil before I go
That's
to this.
fair.
I've seen some parallels.
Totally fair.
So there's a lot of terrible things about the Resident Evil movies, but they're still fun to watch because they have these big, huge set pieces, these big spectacles. Like, I'm sorry, I still enjoy the part, as unrealistic as it is, where she freaking rappels down the side of the prison all the way down to the ground and just destroys everything in her path. I think that's amazing and super fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. It's a fun time. I think this will be that movie. It's not going to be a good plot. It's not going to be a good, story overall. The acting's probably going to be kind of but it's going to be fun to watch because, hell, like halfway into the trailer, they already have these big, huge set pieces and these big, huge fights. And I think that's what's going to carry it through. It's going to be fun to watch. And also, if Transformers has proven anything, that's kind of all that matters, is if it's fun to watch.
Let's not shit on the Transformers universe. Okay? Michael Bay is god tier.
My opinion.
Okay.
And Michael Bay relies a little too hard on big, huge explosions, but they're fun to watch, so that's why we do them.
True. This is true. However, that's what he's known for.
Okay, well,
this director is known for? This guy is known for putting his wife in a movie.
I also might just view it differently. I don't know. It's refreshing for me to see movies like this where a female character is doing all of this stuff rather than like the super beefed up male typical heroic figure. Like I think it's actually kind of really nice. And I think that might also be swaying my opinion a little bit.
Now, to be fair, I also think that helps a movie when it's just not the beefhead male protagonist. And I would appreciate if more movies did that, have a strong female lead. But 2 seconds, not 2 seconds, 20 seconds into this trailer, you see what happens. They get transported into this Monster Hunter world.
Yeah, Isekais are rough.
Say that again?
It's a very popular genre right now.
It's a very popular genre, but it's like just they start shooting shit without even properly asking the questions. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Stop shooting shit and try to look for people.
If I saw a giant monster coming at me, I would probably start shooting shit. I wouldn't ask questions.
Very true.
Very true.
However, I also would I'm just saying, try to find a civilization.
Well,
try to get
they're
back
in the
home.
middle of a desert, in the middle of nowhere, and they're in an unfamiliar area with giant fucking rib cages that they're driving through. I wouldn't like that.
But you have a car though. You can drive.
Yeah, but then you have to be careful about where you drive. You can't just roam for forever. You run out of gas eventually.
Right. You're right.
Although I can't, I'm watching it muted. I can't handle the face she's making when she swivels around with the gun. It's actually really humorous. If you rewatch it, you should look for that. But anyway,
I'm not gonna see that trailer again. I saw it once and I felt dumber after watching it. I'm sorry.
Tessa, I think we have different definitions of fun. Where I don't feel like spectacle for spectacle's sake is like all that entertaining to me if there isn't like some kind of like emotional narrative behind it. That's not just like, let's escape this apocalyptic demon monster hunter world. See what I did there?
Yes, I did. I appreciate it.
But also I feel like my time would be spent better if I just like watched a Charlize Theron movie.
Okay. Now I have a question for everybody here before we continue this. Christian, are you a fan of the Fast and Furious movies?
Of course.
I was gonna go there.
I was. Yeah, I figured you were. So I was.
For spectacle's sake.
Exactly.
Literally what that is, and they're fun to watch because they're just big.
You're right. You're right.
No, they're not fun to watch.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
That movie literally takes out IQ points for
They
people
went
that watch.
skydiving with cars. Okay, it's fun to watch.
It's upsetting. That there's two more.
They're
We're gonna go to the moon, you guys.
It's unfortunate that they're going to the
moon.
Vinny, do you like the Fast and Furious movies?
Truthfully, I have not seen any. The only one I've seen is Tokyo Drift.
Good.
And that was
good.
like 10
Ooh,
years.
that's the best one.
Let's keep it that way. We don't want you watching any of these.
I mean,
Fast-
I gotta finish the saga. It's coming. I gotta get caught up.
No, you don't need to finish the saga. You're like 10 movies behind. You don't need to finish the
Exactly. So I gotta start now. Is what you're
saga.
saying.
Oh, God.
Yes, you should have started yesterday. Really, I mean, where are your priorities?
God, guys. Tessa, I feel like I already know your answer. How do you feel about the Fast and Furious movies?
I love them.
Oh,
I
of
just
course.
hate 2, and that's it.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
No,
You
wait, never mind.
murdered.
Yeah, no, 2 sucked. You're right. I'm sorry.
2
Two's
did.
bad. I'm
What
like-
do you mean, what?
Like, I'm waiting for the answer here.
I'm like, what do you mean what? Hold on. Yeah, 2's bad, but
Yeah.
I love
They're all
that
bad.
this discussion of Monster Hunter just turned into like, hey, do you like the Fast and the Furious?
Well, I mean,
Well,
you technically brought up this conversation, so I have to ask
I
everybody.
can bring it back because I'm just looking at game movies now, and I forgot Need for Speed was a thing.
No, we're
Yeah,
not
with
going
Aaron
that
Paul.
round. No.
and Kid Cudi.
We're talking about
Um,
future movies. We're not talking
yeah.
about past movies, okay?
Now, I want to talk about Monster Hunter for a second.
Okay, go ahead, Ryan.
Is anyone else here a fan of Monster Hunter?
So.
Okay.
I couldn't get into it because I couldn't justify killing things that, were technically innocent. I didn't like the way it felt.
I couldn't
made
get
me
into
feel
it because I couldn't
I got
justify.
great armor off of them. Fantastic.
I-
I've been
I
playing these
couldn't
games since the
justify
PSP.
finding 4 people to play with.
I
Say that
think I
again.
missed
My hands have
Ryan, yeah.
arthritis from playing Claw on the PSP on these things.
Wait,
I'm
one
an
more
old
time.
fan.
You what?
The way you have to play Monster Hunter on the PSP is you have to claw your hands to be able to do anything in that game.
Oh God.
That's why I
my
play anyway.
hands have been broken for years. I love this franchise. I think have imported games from Japan from fantastic franchise. And this movie, as bad as it looks, God, it looks horrible. The monsters look really, really good. That's the only saving grace for this film, is that the beasts look fantastic.
And he's also confirmed the Palicos will in fact be there.
Then this movie has gone from a 3 to at least a 6.
Really?
Not only will the Palicos, apparently something called the Meowscular Chef.
Yes, the cat that cooks for you.
I
There we
hate
go.
everything about this.
It's a chef cat. Like that.
No.
How
Teetering
does this
on a
movie
6.
already have a rank on IMDb?
How? Because of the trailer. That's how. And what's the
It's at
rank?
a
Who's
6
seen
point. It's at a 6.2.
What?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
guys. Come on. Don't
I'm gonna
fuck
go
with me
give
like
it
this.
a-
That sounds about right. That's yeah.
This can't be real.
I don't think that's real.
Click on the IMDb.
Monster Hunter World. Are you sure that's the right one?
It takes you to 2019. I think it's just Google messing up.
Okay, because I have here the anime looking one.
Yeah, the link sent me there.
Okay.
Wait,
So I
this movie
resent-
is set for 2020?
Yeah.
Apparently,
The December 30th. I don't think pretty
Yeah,
sure it's
that's-
gonna get pushed.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
you're
release
gonna
date
direct
is-
DVD this bitch?
Yeah, we'll see. I think this is gonna go straight to Amazon Prime. Or something along those lines. Definitely not Netflix. I don't really have thoughts on this movie. I think it's gonna be really bad. That's all. That's all I got. The next on the dock is Resident Evil and Assassin's Creed Netflix TV shows. Let's start off with Resident Evil. And as our Resident Evil correspondent, Tessa is here.
we need to
Tessa-
start with Tessa.
Yeah. Tessa, how do you feel about the Resident Evil shows coming to Netflix?
Excited. I'm hopeful.
What do you
I'm very happy that there's no Alice in it.
Yeah, me too.
But no, I'm very excited. It looks very promising, and I'm ready for it. I actually really like. Wait, which one are we talking about? By the way,
We're talking about the CGI one.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to start talking about who they cast.
Well, let's talk about the CGI one first, and then we'll go into that one.
Okay, well, yes, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a good time. I'm hoping that they learn from the mistakes of the movies.
Okay. Do you think this is going to be one story, or is it going to be like like each episode is their own story?
What do you mean by that?
Like a self-contained story each episode.
Like an anthology.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. I was about to say anthropology.
I'm kind of hoping that it's a little bit of both. Like they're kind of their own things, but they have, just small little connections kind of stringing them together.
Okay.
Because I feel like it would be a little strange if like we had this, super amazing story for the first one and then it's never mentioned again,
Yeah.
or have it kind of still shape what happens in the second one. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I kind of want them to link together, but I don't want them to be like super reliant on one another.
Okay. Fair enough.
But
What do you think about the live action TV show?
I love all of the cast except for one. And
Which
it
is who?
upsets me. It is Leon.
Yeah.
I don't
Who's playing Leon?
I don't remember the guy's name.
Let's see. I believe it's the guy from he was on a Nickelodeon TV show, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it Gibby from iCarly?
Please
No,
be good.
it was
I
some
want
guy.
to see that now.
It was the guy from Victorious, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
it's Ava Hogia, right?
I
The
don't
Middle
know.
Eastern guy.
Yeah, I think so.
I love him.
Okay, I think he's great, but I also
Oh,
don't
not a good Leon.
know. no. And I just I don't know, like visually everyone's like super spot on. I love Chris, I love Jill, I love Wesker. I can't even think of I need to pull up their names. I can't think of his damn name. The person they cast for Wesker though, I'm excited to see what he does with the role. I think he's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, the guy from oh my god, what's this TV show? So now I can't find it, which is really annoying.
Let's see.
I'm definitely more excited for the CGI show.
Really?
But that may be just because I just finished RE2 remake, and like I want more of
Okay.
Leon, more of Claire. So
Like I think Robbie Amell is gonna be a fantastic Chris.
Oh
That
my
was
god, he's
spot on.
so good.
Tom Hopper is Wesker.
Yeah.
That's the guy's
okay.
name. I couldn't think of it, but yes, I think he is absolutely perfect. Just looks wise. He's got that creepy ass vibe to him, and I'm about it.
Oh yeah, this guy will make a great Wesker.
But yeah, and I think it's just really good casting. I love who they chose for Claire. I love who they chose for Jill. Like I love all of it. Just I don't know.
So Tessa, as a person who has fallen off the Resident Evil movies, the live action ones, is it worth like getting back into it?
Okay, so I'm of the firm belief
Lots to unpack.
that I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get dogged on for saying this, but I think that the first one's actually pretty well done. In terms of everything, I think it's pretty accurate to the source material. It kind of irritates me that they went on this Alice in Wonderland theme. With the name, like I don't know if you noticed, like, or I don't know if you know about that or not. Whenever they first made it, they were going with like this Alice in Wonderland theme of like down the rabbit hole with all the names and everything, and that's why
No.
she's actually named Alice. Just a fun fact.
Huh.
But they kind of scrapped some of it. But yeah, I think the first one's a really good representation of the source material. 2 is even pretty reliable and still pretty good. Like they have the original characters that pop up, and they don't just pop up like, you know, random Chris and whichever one it was where he's just hiding in a cage and it's fucking Wentworth Miller. But they get worse and worse as time goes on plot wise. But they get more and more big in terms of set pieces. And then actually I really enjoyed the final one they did. I thought it was really fun. It doesn't make a lick of fucking sense at that point, but it's really fun. It's enjoyable. They tried to kind of right some of the wrongs, I guess. But yeah, because that's the thing. Like whenever you kill the entire population of the planet, how do you make more movies?
Trick answer, you don't.
Is that a thing that happened?
Trick answer, you do. Yeah, they literally like talk about in one of the movies how the virus like wiped out the entire planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like there's like these like scavenger groups, and then after that suddenly there's more people living underground that are clones that Umbrella, you know, devised so they could figure out what went wrong with the virus. And you know, I can't really hate on it that much actually, because saying it out loud, it actually kind of sounds like it could be a plot from the video games. But yeah, because I remember one of the later movies, the one where Leon pops in, they actually started off by showing them redoing the opening scene for one of the movies, where the virus breaks out in Japan, but that's whenever you find out it's all underground and they're trying to figure out how to undo the damage that's been done and reverse everything. And yeah. Anyway,
That's the 5th one.
I would say I know it's one of the later ones, but yeah, and they just progressively get worse and more unbelievable. But the last one's just really fucking fun because it goes back to Raccoon City. Like, how could you not love that?
I think it's wild they're still being made.
Wasn't
You
that
know?
the last one? Well, the last one wasn't that the last one?
Thought it was. I didn't know. there
Oh,
was
that's
still
right. It's
made.
a TV show they're doing, not a movie.
Yeah, this is a TV
Yeah,
show.
2.
Yeah, you're right. My mistake.
That's okay. It's all right. Let's just go around. Ryan, what do you think of the Resident Evil TV shows?
The Resident Evil TV shows. I think the CGI one's going to be really good. Like, I have good faith in that. Netflix has been doing a killer job when it comes to CGI, like adaptations and stuff. The live action will probably be good. I'm just hesitant after what has been the Resident Evil movies. So going
Yeah.
on with a bit more caution with that one, but still excited.
Okay. All right. Nothing else to say?
About Resident Evil,
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
Do you like the
That is
casting?
amazing.
What do you think of what do you
again,
think the
I
storyline?
didn't know the
should be?
casting was out. I've been trying to find it online for the past
Jesus,
10 minutes.
Ryan. I'll put it in the group chat. I found it finally.
I didn't know this.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's also extremely hard to find.
Here,
It
I'll
really
I'll
is.
vent for him because I got some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because yes, I got confused which one is which. The live action, or sorry, excuse me, the CG looks good. I like the cast. They're all
Mhm.
stuff. The live action just is. I have zero faith in that one. That one's going to be abysmal
Really?
because
Think so?
because the plot is it's about Wesker's teenage daughters. So the second I heard that, it's like, oh, you're just going to do Sabrina again, which is fine, but like when I think of Resident Evil, I don't think about teenage girls growing up in a town and uncovering secrets and mysteries and all this other stuff. Like, I want people shooting zombies, and that's fine. It's just the live action one really doesn't seem like it has. It just seems like it's much like the movies. It's only tied in by like name and by location, but it doesn't. I don't know if it's really gonna feel like a Resident Evil kind of show that I would want.
Okay. I looked up one of the writers and it doesn't look good so far.
Just remember,
Johannes-
a broken clock is right twice a day.
You're right. You're right.
That's why the CG will be good and this will be not so good.
We'll see. We'll see. Let's have faith.
Okay. I have opinions
Okay,
now after
go right
reading.
ahead.
Let's hear them.
This looks like
Oh,
trash.
God.
This looks real
No,
bad.
don't say that. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, guys. Have faith.
Well, like not even that. They're doing 2 timelines, and it just seems like there's a lot going on. The CG seems much more straightforward.
Guys, Constantine Film did Fantastic Four. All right, this movie is gonna be fucking amazing.
Which one?
The first Fantastic Four.
Okay,
Not
good.
the
Miles
shitty
Teller.
one. No, not with Miles Teller. No. How dare
right.
you, sir? How dare
That
you?
was Josh Trank.
That movie
You're right, I'm
doesn't
sorry.
exist.
Okay. We don't speak about that on this podcast. That movie doesn't exist.
How dare you?
I'll put
Michael
down
B.
the list of
Jordan
things you're
is
not
in
allowed
it.
to
Again,
talk
that
about.
movie doesn't exist. All right.
Doesn't to me. I've never seen it. I don't plan
Good.
to.
You
either.
don't. You don't want to see it because it's a really bad movie.
Also,
I haven't seen it either.
Also, just to relay to something we said earlier about spectacles not selling movies like they should, just so we know, the Resident Evil films made a combined $1.2 million at the worldwide box office. I can promise you, people like to watch shit blow up more than you think.
1.2 million.
Billion.
That doesn't
Billion.
sound like a lot, though.
Billion.
Oh, billion. That is a lot. That is a lot of
Sound
money.
like a lot,
I was like, how is that not a lot to you?
Each film
Guys.
made 6,000.
Yeah, we're looking for hefty stuff.
It's
I want
among
at
the
least.
highest grossing film series.
Well, there's 8 movies, so I would assume. I would hope so.
Let's say every
Is
movie
there
probably
any-
makes like 60 mil.
Yeah, I could see how
It
those
makes sense.
movies make a lot of money.
No, the first one actually made very little, I think.
Well, it's usually the first one in the series that sucks ass in the box office.
There's two moments in those movies
For a
I
movie like
remember
this.
very well. And that is the laser cutting scene, and I think in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And then her using quarters of shotgun ammo in the fifth one. And that's all I remember from those films. That's it.
Good. You blocked it out of your memory. I'm
It's
proud of you.
gone.
Remember
And
all
I,
of it,
I
for
saw a
better
lot
or
of them in
worse.
theaters.
I used
Such
to
a
own the box
We're all
set.
proud of
I'd
you.
watch them every Halloween.
It's a good box
I
set.
can see
It
that
can-
as a Halloween.
The box set.
Mm-hmm.
We support box sets on this podcast.
Yes, we do. As you can see.
Gilmore Girls.
Hell yeah.
Hey, don't trash talk
I
Gilmore
was
Girls.
not-
Best
if
TV
That's where this is going.
Best TV show ever. Sorry, what did you say, Tessa?
I was like, don't trash talk it if that's where we're going.
I'm sorry.
No, it's the best show ever
the
made.
best show ever made is definitely not Gilmore,
Gilmore
Girls.
Girls.
No,
It is 100% Gilmore
It's
Girls.
lost.
Watch it and then come back.
It's lost. I don't need to watch it. I don't think I'll ever will. It's lost.
Yeah, so we can
No,
have a
it's
discussion
not
on
lost.
who's the best boyfriend on our own.
You know what? If
Okay.
you guys actually want to do that, that'd be cool. I know. I know people like Gilmore Girls, so that could help with the audience. Christian, what do you think of the Resident Evil TV shows?
Again, I think the CGI one piques my interest the most, and that's because of Leon and Claire.
Okay.
The live action, I think, sounded more interesting once Vincent started talking
no,
more
no,
about the
no,
plot.
no.
I don't know. I don't know why, but like, I want it to be good. I just don't have faith that it will.
I think this is going to be good, guys. You gotta have faith.
I go in with high hopes on everything so I can be disappointed later. That's all I gotta say.
God damn, that's a
Hell
bad
yeah.
way to live.
Yeah. I go in disappointed to everything, so I'm boosted to
Exactly.
the
Well, no, because
a
if you
little
go
bit
in
okay.
disappointed to everything, there's a good chance you're gonna find so many things that you don't like about it. Whereas if you go in really optimistic and you're like hyped up to go see it and you're thinking that's gonna be great, you're gonna try and find more things you like about it. So it's all about going in with the right mindset so you don't screw yourself over out of a good experience.
I don't know.
So-
I went into the Sonic movie.
I liked the last Star Wars film that came
Hey,
out.
Whoa,
hold on.
No,
whoa,
let's
whoa,
not get
whoa.
crazy here.
I,
Let's not get too crazy
Wait, what-
here.
What did she say? I was talking about Ryan.
She likes the Star Wars, the last Star Wars
I was
movie.
talking about going in with
Yeah, I
an
did too.
optimistic mindset, and I said, for instance, I liked the last Star Wars film that
That's
came out.
upsetting.
it's
No,
I
no.
appreciate-
We all literally said no in unison.
no. I
I
was
enjoyed it as
reacting
a
to
Rob.
Ryan.
Yeah, I want to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, let's
You're
talk
telling
about
me
Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog was a worse movie than Star Wars?
Oh, I enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog more than Star Wars. That's my take for this episode.
I
Honestly,
absolutely.
yeah, I
Sonic
can-
is good.
I can agree with that. Yes.
Well, that's what. So why are we all saying no?
Oh no.
Because I
thought-
said that I enjoyed the last Star Wars film.
No, because them two just said that. Ryan said that.
I thought
Sonic
he was
was-
hating on Sonic. No.
Oh
Same,
no, no,
same.
no. Okay.
No, I was going to
No.
say that I went into Sonic
classic.
so like, oh, this movie's going to be shit. Came out surprisingly happy and very hyped about the
Surprisingly.
Tails.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Spoilers.
know.
is
there-
coming.
I think if you go into things more excited to see them, that
Mhm.
you'll come out happier overall because you'll look for better things. You'll look for more things that you like in it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Whereas if you go in thinking, man, this movie's going to be dog shit, you're going to
Mhm.
sit there and watch it. And every little thing that comes up that you are going to have a problem with, you're going to sit there and pick it apart while you're watching it. You're going to rewatch it later. And then you're going to be like, okay, well, maybe I actually like this movie. Or, okay, this is a good
Hmm.
movie. I think that it's better to go in with a positive mindset. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
So
Y'all are
I,
tearing down my optimistic attitude.
And
It's
last
not
Star Wars
alright.
is not bad.
I apologize. So I could see both ways of what you're saying because I went in with a very positive attitude to see Tenet, and that was the greatest movie I've ever seen.
Oh,
And
well, hold on.
no, Christian, that's it. That's the greatest movie I've ever seen.
I love Nolan, but I don't agree that like
Stop right
the
here.
mixing.
I will
the
kick you out.
mixing.
I will kick you out.
Hold on. Like that movie specifically, the mixing of like the audio
Yeah.
like, as a part of the setting, did
Yes.
not work.
He
in
does
a lot
have
of
a
moments.
problem with audio. You're right. The mixing he does have a problem with. I will agree there.
My
But-
one word review of Tenet: flames. That's it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I see it both ways because I went in excited with Tenet and it was the greatest movie I've ever seen. And I'm going inside it and I'm going
Whoa!
I'm going into Watch Dogs Legion very disappointed and I'm coming out a little surprised. It's more Watch Dogs, which is good, but it's
Swimming in sevens.
I don't know about sevens. I'd say a 5.
So I'm putting that an 8.
Ryan, I seriously have to double check your resume. if
Hey,
you
I'm
wanna
not
become
Nick
a
who says
permanent-
it's game of the year.
You're saying it's up there for game of the year. It's a 8. You're saying. I'm saying a good 5.
I don't know.
But this is not a video games podcast.
We'll save this for
This is
you.
not a video game. Yeah.
We'll save this
Yeah.
for you. Me.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Can I say real quick?
Go right ahead.
If Shadow the Hedgehog is in the Sonic sequel, I will lose my shit because there's nothing cooler. There's nothing cooler than Shadow the Hedgehog.
Give me.
What if
no,
he has
I
a
want all of
gun?
it. Give me Tails. Give me Knuckles. Give me
Even
Biggs,
cooler.
Give me all of them.
Oh God, yes. Who do we?
He's got skate.
Who do
Guys,
we
you're getting me a
cast
little
as Jake
too
the
excited
Cat?
for this. No, nobody.
We're
just had-
casting Jake the Cat.
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
John-
Jake the Cat.
Did-
No,
wasn't
you
Big
could-
the Cat? Wasn't Big the Cat in the Cats movie?
We don't talk about that movie.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Stop.
We're not talking about this movie because it's a really bad. It was a guys. It's a shitty segue. I'm sorry, but
No. Who do we cast as Shadow?
Who's the coolest guy in the world?
Keanu Reeves.
I'm
No,
just.
Keanu.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
Nah, I can't see
No,
Keanu.
yes,
I
no,
can't
I
see
sold myself
Keanu
up.
Reeves doing
Keanu as the Shadow.
no, I can't see that.
Holy shit, Tessa!
Oh my.
That would be good. That would be good. I would like to see Keanu Reeves as a bad guy.
Oh, that's so sick.
I mean, I just
Ah.
answered the question.
Yeah, you did.
It's perfect now. Someone called the exec. We have this movie ready.
We do. We forgot about Assassin's Creed, the TV show. How do we think
There's a
about
reason.
that? What do we think about that?
I'm ready for it.
Ooh, okay.
I'm ready for it. I actually liked the movie though when it came out. So
Ooh. Oh
Ooh.
god, Tessa, it's like you. I feel like Eric is. Wait, no, you shut your mouth. Okay, I feel like Eric is just poisoning your mind when you say things like that
okay.
because you have good thoughts on stuff and then you sound like Eric when you say stuff like that.
Okay, well, let me defend myself slightly. Okay,
Okay.
I'm only human and I'm female, and I like men, and Michael Fassbender is beautiful to look at.
That's
Double
an
side to
acceptable
that,
answer. That's
So
a,
is
that's
Marion Cotillard. They're both beautiful to look at.
okay. All right, that's fair.
But also I enjoyed it. It was good for what it was.
Yes, it was.
I'm not saying it's like an absolute banger. It's not a 10 out of 10, but you know, I'd give it like
My-
a 6.5, 7. I'll watch it if it's on. I'm not gonna seek it out.
6.5. Okay.
I'd go 7.
Yeah, 6.5, 7. I'll watch it
Kenny,
if
how's
it's
that
on.
pizza?
I'm not gonna seek it out. You
Yeah.
know?
How's that pizza?
Oh, probably cold by now.
Yeah.
No, don't worry.
Pizza
I'll
is the best
defend
pizza,
Assassin's Creed.
so-
Assassin's Creed more important than pizza.
Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I didn't even know there was a TV show coming out for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Allegedly they're doing multiple. So
we'll see.
Oh, okay.
like they're saying they want to do a live action and an anime, and we'll see what happens.
Oh man, more things need to be anime. Splinter Cell. Did you guys watch that trailer for the new
Yes.
Rainbow
Yeah.
Six operator? It's fucking
No,
sick.
hey, whoa.
What?
Don't say the S word because you know who's gonna pop
This-
up. Okay,
This is
Ew.
You
how
say
I know.
it 3 times. I
what
hear
is
you.
the
It hears
S
in your
word?
house.
that word that you just said, the SC.
Oh,
No, this
Okay.
is how
I won't-
it
I won't
starts.
say
They're
it, I
gonna
won't
get
say
the
it.
Ubisoft
Okay, good.
universe. Okay.
Wait, who do we summon by saying that?
Nick
Nick.
Eden.
Oh,
And
I'm
you don't
like,
want him
are
on
we
here.
summoning Beetlejuice? Like, what
No.
the fuck is going on?
You say it enough times, he'll probably pop up behind you. Christian.
Again, give me all of them. Like, jokes aside, I want that. I do want a Splinter Cell show. I do want
What the fuck
Watch
did I
Dogs
just
show.
say? Vinny, come on.
Give me, but again,
We say it
Splinter
one more
Cell?
time.
Dude, I want a
Splinter
Control
Cell.
show.
Splinter
mm,
Cell.
I would love a Control show.
Oh, Control would be perfect for a TV show.
Yeah, I agree. A
Oh,
new
God.
object of
it's just-
power every episode.
It's just SCPs, which is okay. But yeah, I want that now. Now you put that in my head.
Good.
God,
Leave it there.
I don't want it there. I forgot about
boy.
Control.
Wow, you summoning him.
I mean,
Oh, no.
you guys already summoned him, so
Damn it.
I gotta ask.
All right.
well, actually, while he's here, I totally forgot they were doing one because my buddy sent me a poster a while ago that with Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy was going to be in Splinter Cell. And I was like, oh, that's a really cool fan mock-up. And he's like, no, this was official poster. They posted it out, and I completely forgot that.
Ruben,
Well,
whatever
the
you're
things
going
we're
to
not
say
allowed
about
to talk
Tom
about
Hardy,
on this is
don't.
you know what I'm
Hardy.
gonna say. You know what I'm gonna
Don't.
say.
You shut up.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna hold my tongue.
So, hey, you got what do you think about Bane from The Dark Knight
Oh, God.
Rises?
I think it's better than Bomb.
I don't know what that means.
AKA the original Bane that we got, where he just goes
Hey,
around
hey, hey,
saying
hey.
bomb as he puts a bomb down. Bane's supposed to be intelligent and smart, and he's supposed to be able to form a sentence with his words.
But is he
So I
supposed to sound
think
like a little
that
girl?
Tom Hardy is the much better Bane.
Tessa, is he supposed to sound like a little girl? It's a
You
question.
on this shit again, Ruben?
Listen,
about
listen.
Bane?
It's not my fault.
Swear.
I didn't
was it,
bring it
Eric?
up.
No.
It wasn't me. All right. It wasn't me. But since we're on this topic, Christian, what do you
Oh,
think
Bane?
about Bane? Is Tom Hardy a good Bane?
Bane was tight. Bane was
All
tight.
right, you're getting kicked off
I-
in here. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Like I like that he like. I know the Joker broke Christian Bale like mentally, and I like to think that like Bane obviously broke him physically, and that led to like an emotional like collapse of Batman. I know like Nolan kind of phoned the movie in, but Bane was pretty good. Am I wrong?
Yes,
No, you're
you
not.
are. You
Now-
you are.
You
You
think
know what?
Ruben
Anyone
could take
who
on
has to
Tom
wear a
Hardy with a lead pipe?
Anyone who has to
Listen.
wear a mask like
aluminum
that to
bat.
be able to breathe correctly and be able
Hey,
to
I wear a
you know
mask all
what?
day. I wear a
You know
mask
what?
every day,
No,
Tessa.
yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the freaking tubes that she obviously like physically disconnected. Like the voice is going to be a little different. And
Nope,
that's how
I'm
I
not buying
feel
it.
about that.
I'm not buying it.
Listen, as a person who used to have asthma and would have to wear a machine and talk through that machine at times, Bane
Mhm.
was cool. Bane was cool.
Yeah, Bane's cool.
Bane's
Get over
awesome.
it, Ruben.
Again, Bane,
cool.
the
Gilmore
character
Girls,
is
cooler.
good.
No, Tom Hardy's Bane is cool.
No,
Get
no,
over it,
that's
Ruben.
impossible. It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's
It is
iconic.
impossible. No, don't you fucking say iconic.
It is
It's-
iconic.
Listen,
100%.
I'm just saying The Dark Knight
You know what
Rises
the
is
real
the worst of the
tragedy
trilogy.
in that movie is? How they did Talia. That's
Yeah.
the real tragedy.
That was awful. Talia sucked.
Let's get away from
Talia's the
Bane
worst.
and Tom Hardy, who did that role as perfectly as he could have.
That's impossible. No, don't say that. So
How
my
about the
question,
Riddler, though?
I didn't see the Riddler. People keep
No,
saying that
no,
the
no.
Riddler was in the movie.
In the new movie, the Robert
Oh yes,
Pattinson.
yeah. Okay, we're getting really off the rails here, guys.
So
We are,
Bruh.
So Assassin's Creed, guys.
yeah, Assassin's Creed, the TV show. What do we think about the TV show? We will discuss the Batman trailer in another episode, Christian. If you want to go on there, feel free to let me know, and I will put
Okay.
you on there. Okay, all right. Yeah, Assassin's Creed TV show. Vinny,
I see. My biggest issue with the movie was just it kind of ended just as it was starting to get good. Like when the movie ended, my only thought was like, oh no, like don't stop. I want to see more of the world you've set up and more like So I think like the movie's biggest issue was just like it had to lay all the groundwork. So I think like an Assassin's Creed show can work because you can do it so many different ways. You can do it like as an anthology. You can do it as like a different character or stuff. Like each season being a different time period. Like I think the core basic is like makes for a really great show, especially because there's still so many time periods like that even the games haven't tackled or whatever. So like it's such a diverse world compared to other franchises where you can really do your own thing and not have to worry about like continuity or stuff like that. Like you could just do a random side story and not have to necessarily tie it to anything.
So let's say this is a live action show. Would you want it to be past and present, like the game is? Like one episode is like mixed.
I'm a weirdo. I enjoy that. So yes.
Okay,
I'm with you.
Okay, yeah, I also think that's a good
agree.
idea.
I think there's a lot of stuff with the modern day Templar where I just like the idea that the assassins are on the run and all that other stuff. So like you can do a good TV show, but even if it just was just in the past, that would also be good too if you slowly start seeing that stuff.
Okay, all right. Tessa, what do you think of the Assassin's Creed TV show?
I think it's going to be great for the reasons that were already mentioned. I think that if they lean into that past and present, I think it could be a really fun time because I am in the camp that thinks that whenever they do the modern times storyline in the games, it's fantastic and how it coincides with everything going on in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have hopes for it, but apparently I'm the only non-pessimist of this group. I have high hopes for everything that we've talked about today.
I have hopes for Sonic the Hedgehog too.
We all
it's
have
good.
hope for Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Okay, Ryan, what do you think of the Assassin's Creed TV show?
I need to start this off with I really hate Assassin's Creed. It was one of my favorite franchises.
Okay, I'm just
No, I got a place. I have a journey I want to go on here.
Okay, all right.
I'll just
It was
see
one of
myself
my
out.
favorite franchises back in the day. All the way up to Black Flag, I loved them. The ones after Black Flag were just...
yes. Sorry.
Oh,
Please
he has a hoodie.
Start over.
Okay, so I love Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, Brotherhood, all those, Revelations. I hate everything post Black Flag.
Yes, I can 100% agree.
Black Flag.
That's where I
Syndicate,
stopped playing.
Syndicate was okay.
Black Flag was the
Syndicate,
worst.
I did
Assassin's
not
Creed.
like some parts of Syndicate. Syndicate had fun combat, though.
Yes.
But I really dislike the new version of Assassin's Creed, these big open world games. They're not
You don't like
for me.
Odyssey?
I don't. Wait, I was okay with the one that was in Greece. I hated the Egyptian one.
That was Odyssey. Odyssey was
No,
in Greece.
Origins.
Yes.
I think that was Origins.
Origins was
Origins
the
I
one
didn't
in
like.
Egypt.
Egypt. Yeah.
Odyssey was okay. There's better open world games for me to spend my time with, though.
Okay, all right.
So if the show does like what Tessa was saying, where it does the modern day to the past kind of deal, which the original Assassin's Creed did, and they kind of drifted away from with the newer ones,
Mm-hmm.
I would be really into that. I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
But if they just kind of say, "Oh, here's Artemis here," you're going in, and then we never see the modern world again. If shown that in live action, it doesn't work really well. The Assassin's Creed shit.
No,
The movie
it's not.
wasn't good. But I think an Assassin's Creed anime would be dope as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how we're finally going
Everything
to
should
get
be
our ninja one?
Yes.
Okay, we're currently fighting about if it's a good movie or not, and quite frankly, you guys are all on crack. You're all smoking.
It is a solid
It was the
okay
Coke
movie.
that I started drinking at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I never said, but there was Malibu
that
in my
explains a lot.
fight.
Nobody ever said anything about drinking on the job. which is fine, but a little heads up would be nice. Now I can
It's
blame
5
the alcohol,
o'clock,
Tessa.
Ruben, for me.
Thank you.
Mm.
I can blame the alcohol, Tessa. Now I know what
Well, actually, I'm not drinking, so you can't.
you just said. You were drinking red wine.
No, I didn't. I said I had
Wait, we
Coke.
opened wine? Oh.
At the beginning of the show. I said it was the Coke. I didn't say anything about red wine.
What about the Coke?
What kind of Coke we doing? What about Ruben?
Yeah,
What's your opinion?
I do like how Assassin's Creed was 1 through 3 when the I forgot this guy's name.
Desmond?
Desmond.
Yeah, Desmond was a part of the story as much as Ezio was a part of, like it was balanced. And now the Assassin's Creed games have just like jumped off that ship and just do 3/4 in the past and 1/4 in the present, which is fine. But like, I don't really know like the character that's in the game. I don't remember. Like, I haven't seen her before. Last game I played was Odyssey, and she was just there. So I was like, okay, I guess she's on the run from the bad guys. So I hope that this TV show or multiple TV shows make sure that there's synchronicity, make sure that it's half and half. If you're going to do present stuff, throw in the present stuff, but like go full force on it. And if you're going to go the past stuff, make sure you do it right. Unlike the Assassin's Creed movie.
Yeah, and please bring out giant robot claw.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
No,
at all.
Right.
best form of the animus.
I know that we don't like it, but like, what exactly about the film was it that just
I think it's
turned
that
you
it-
off from it? I'm just
they
curious.
didn't give me enough of a backstory for the main character. Like the past stuff was great, but if I recall, he was in a prison and they were using him. Like I don't even remember like the present stuff. He was in a prison, I think. Am I wrong?
So is it a terrible movie or is it just mediocre?
I would say mediocre. It's not
I'm
that
gonna say,
bad.
because y'all are saying terrible, but you just said you really enjoyed the past stuff. So I feel like you're giving it a little less credit than you should be.
I still have Dark
Get
Knight
him, Tessa.
Rises in my mouth, so that's why.
No, don't blame it on that. No.
No, it was an okay movie. It could have been better if
Yeah,
they had
all
fleshed out
movies
the
can be
present
better.
stuff. Oh, I don't know about that. If you've seen Tenet, it can't possibly get better.
You and Tenet, man.
Listen, Christopher Nolan. If I could,
I'm with you, but yeah.
I'm just saying, Christopher Nolan. It just gets me, man. He just gets me. And
Thanks, guys.
Pixar gets me too. Every
But
time.
yeah,
I
Me
watch
and
it.
Yeah.
Denis Villeneuve.
I
Denis
get
Villeneuve,
that.
my god.
I feel like people are a little too quick sometimes to say that they hated a movie, which is where I was kind of going earlier with the go in with a positive mindset.
You're right.
Because, yeah, people always talk about how they hate movies and they hate this. And I'm like, do you really hate it, though?
No,
Or,
yeah,
like, was
exactly.
it just not
There's
your
nothing wrong with
favorite?
a film being okay.
There's only one movie that I walked out of and said I hated that movie,
Which
and that
was
was
what?
Sausage Fest.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
I
movie.
have not
That,
seen that.
it sucked.
Okay, I just feel like I brought the wrong people onto this podcast. But that's okay.
The only movie I've walked out of is Suicide Squad, and I'll do it every time.
Yeah, I walked
Every
out of
time.
Suicide Squad too.
Every time.
Tessa, please tell me Suicide Squad was a
I
bad
fell
movie.
asleep during Aquaman.
I bought Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my god.
Okay. They didn't answer my question though.
What?
Is it
Did
a
I
bad
walk
movie?
out on it?
No, is it a good movie or a bad movie?
It's kind of mediocre. It's just eh. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'll watch it if it's on. I'm not gonna seek it out.
Okay. All right.
But you
Well, yeah.
bought
I
it.
did buy it. I did.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can't complain.
But also, to be fair, and you can ask Eric if you don't believe me, I'm a little bit obsessed with Harley Quinn, and Margot Robbie is probably the only good thing about that film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like Margot Robbie as
Shut your face.
Harley Quinn.
I don't like
I know.
I don't like her in that movie, but I do like
sorry.
Birds of Prey.
I hated.
You
okay, I'm sorry,
hated
I
Birds
don't
of
mean
Prey?
that. I did not enjoy
Her
Birds of
bacon,
Prey.
egg, and cheese sandwich, though.
I didn't think
That
that
was
was funny
perfect.
or
That was
entertaining.
perfectly well done.
I do think that movie could have been better.
Birds of Prey is fantastic.
I liked Huntress a lot. Huntress was
Huntress
fantastic.
was really
Yeah, her standing in front of the mirror trying to figure out how to introduce herself is pretty fucking funny.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Have
great.
you seen the animated show, Harley Quinn?
Oh, that's good.
Very
Yeah.
good. I
It's
think
extremely good.
they could have taken notes. It's super good.
It's why I love
That should have
Kingdom.
been the premise of. Yeah, but that should have been the premise for Birds of Prey. That would have been.
No,
really
I think they did it correctly because they got rid of the Jared Leto Joker in the best way possible.
But he's
Her
coming
getting
back!
the hell over him.
good. He's coming back.
Okay.
Which is
Who's gonna watch
Are
that?
you talking about for the special cut?
Snyder
That's
cut?
the whole reshoot.
the greatest movie man has ever known.
So
The
he's
Snyder
not
Cut.
coming back because that was before. They're just
Yeah.
reintroducing him in a past sense. It's not like he's coming back for a whole new film.
Well, what I meant to say is they're bringing him back for another film.
Are they going to finally explain the Robin suit?
No,
His tattoos.
I
They're
feel
not
like
gonna
they're gonna explain everything with how much is getting added to
4
it.
hours, Tessin. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Oh, the Snyder Cut's going to be fantastic.
I'm gonna watch it each. I believe he said he's gonna do it like episodically, 1 hour each week. I'm gonna watch it like that. Then if
What
there's
the fuck is that? That's not a movie.
No, it's the Snyder Cut.
No,
sir,
What the
we don't
fuck?
shit on the Snyder Cut. Okay,
We worked years for
The
it.
Snyder
We accept
Cut-
what we get.
the Snyder Cut is the holy grail. All right,
I get. This is my last episode, I guess.
I guess so. All right.
Great
Last
having
but
you,
not least, yeah, it was really great having you, Christian. I'm sorry though.
Gilmore Girls for the win.
Again,
Hey.
I'm all for it if you want to do an episode about that. The last but not least, The Last of Us TV show.
Oh, thank God we got here.
How do we think that's going to be, and who do we think is going to be casted? Because there's only one right answer for both.
Caitlin Dever as Ellie? Yes, I agree.
I believe
Good
that.
talk.
Yeah, I believe that's her. Let me look her
you're
up.
saying
Hold on.
there's only one right answer and you don't even know the right answer, Ruben? Ruben.
Caitlin Dever is the right answer. Yeah, he's right.
Ruben!
No. Well, I was thinking of Joel, but yeah, Caitlin Dever is the right answer as Ellie.
Oh, this is the
Who do you
best
think
answer.
Joel's
Yes.
gonna be? Christian,
Yes. What?
who do you think Joel's going to get casted? Who's the perfect person to play Joel?
If you would have asked me like 5 years ago when it was going to be a movie at first, I wanted Hugh Jackman from Prisoners to be Joel. Now, I don't know. I really don't know. I know the popular answer is what is it, Jamie from Game of Thrones, and I wouldn't mind
Yes.
that.
Yes, it is. I
But,
think
like-
you do phenomenal on that.
I think it really doesn't matter who the Joel is as much as who Ellie is.
Fair enough. Okay. Do you think that this is going to be a good TV show?
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay.
Craig Mazin, I think that's how you say his
Yeah,
his
it
last
is.
name. Yeah, he's writing the show. He's working with Naughty Dog. His show's gonna be a fucking banger, dude.
He's doing it right, some might say. Instead of whoever's writing for Uncharted.
And I think it works better as an HBO show than a movie for sure, because you get like way more time to just like
Absolutely.
get in the emotional minutia of like every single moment. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Very excited.
If you haven't seen Chernobyl yet, please watch Chernobyl.
Chernobyl's really good.
Chernobyl's fantastic. Watch Chernobyl.
Yeah, really good. Vinny,
Mhm.
who's your casting for Joel and Ellie? And do you think this movie's going to be good? TV show, sorry.
So honestly, no one. And yeah, don't do this. This is a huge mistake. I'm like
What?
very much. Honestly, I forgot this was happening until you mentioned it.
You brought it up. This is your this is your topic.
I'm again. There's lots of the big thing for me is like a lot of this stuff with the Assassin's Creed and the Resident Evil and all that other stuff. I think the biggest mistake a lot of game movies had in the past was the fact they just did a straight adaptation. So I don't want that at all.
Except for Super Mario Brothers.
But that's not what they're doing, though.
So like, what is it then? If it's still Joel and Ellie, it's just gonna be the first game over one season.
Right. But they are doing other stuff that like falls in between like the different seasons. And I think there was a tweet or an article about this where they're planning to not do it beat for beat because that obviously wouldn't work for a TV show. But they want to take influences from the game to then expand it into something that is independent from the game.
But even then, it is.
Take this moment to say really quick. I'm sorry, I haven't played the second game yet, so please don't.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Well, no,
okay.
but even then, if you're still using those characters, it does kind of limit what you could do. Because, like I said, with Assassin's Creed, you can do a Last of Us show, but I think it really restricts it having it be Joel and Ellie because any deviation or anything different, the fans are just instantly going to compare it. So I'd much rather have us follow a different group, a different part, like, because we've never seen another country in The Last of Us or anything like that. I much rather have them expanding this world than giving me a different flavor of a story I already know.
I don't think that works at all. I think The Last of Us isn't the world. I think it's these characters specifically and these characters like in that world.
I'm trying to keep
me.
it as spoiler free as possible. I think the second game proved you can expand.
You're right.
Do different parts of this world.
So I think let me cut in here real quick. I think that the idea of this show is not to please the fans of the video games. It's to bring in more people to experience the video game. So while you might not think that The Last of Us TV show should not follow Ellie and Joel, I think a lot of people don't know that story. And I would like for others to experience that story as much as I've experienced that story. Playing Last of Us 2, no spoilers, I fucking bawled my eyes out with that game. So I would like to show my mom this show and have her watch it and just wait to see her.
See, but the thing that I like about the Naughty Dog game specifically is any game, like out of most games, they're like 12 hours or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's not in one sitting, but those are the most accessible for most people to get in.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people who they only play the typical Madden or FIFA or whatever, but they're all about the Naughty Dog games. Because they're like, I only play 2 or 3 games a year because they're so easy to get into. And my main thing is I feel, again, it's a different way to do the story.
Do you mind if I jump in here for a second?
Go right ahead.
Got 2 things I want to say before we go too far from this. Is that the world being such a big part of it, like you were saying. Again, I am here with Christian, where I think it is definitely the characters that make The Last of Us, not the world. I think that problem was done already with The Walking Dead, where they're like, the characters are not what matter. Let's do this with this entire group on the West Coast. That show was shit. Walking Dead was already going down a shit path at that time. That was what killed it for me. I do not want to see anyone else. And no spoilers for The Last of Us 2. I stopped playing at the point where things got different. I had to do I had to wait a whole month to then play it.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to kick you out.
I just had to take a break from it because I was not ready for that. I needed the continuation.
Please stop. All right.
In the end.
You know what?
It's my second game of the year. You know that, Ruben. I just need to take a small break.
That's where your downfall is.
Tessa, I want you to play the second one.
Me too. I do just want to say that I find it humorous that you mentioned Hugh Jackman specifically, because
Huge Jackman.
yeah, that.
is
But
huge.
I am.
yeah.
I mean, him and Logan even like I'm.
exactly.
Oh,
I would
there,
be
there you
about
go.
it.
There's
Like
your
he
Last of
could
Us
pull
movie.
that like gritty survivor look off and do it well. But yeah, and like I said, I haven't played the second one, so it could be like a simple yes or no answer. But would it not be feasible for the show to kind of cover what happens between the two?
Yeah, but that's my biggest issue is you're still limiting yourself that if each game is a season, at a certain point the show will outpace the game.
Right.
think
I don't think it'll be a
there's
show
such
that's
a huge age gap between the two that there's plenty of time that passes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
though. I haven't played the second one.
Yeah,
I will
also-
say though I do agree fully with Ruben's standpoint, and I am gonna say something that might get me in trouble. I don't know, but I think generally, and
never
I mean
happened
this
yet.
in the nicest way possible. I think a lot of times that video gamers are entitled, that they think that their opinions are the only ones that matter whenever films that are made based off of video games are, I think, more so meant for people who don't play the video games. It's meant
Mhm.
for entertaining those who haven't, played through Assassin's Creed or haven't played through Resident Evil. And I think that's where it kind of comes in. And yeah, perfect example. I'm sorry. I know the Sonic movie was amazing, but perfect example was how people reacted to the first trailer. I think that it is absolutely obnoxious, a little ostentatious for people to revolt so thoroughly to the point where the studio is like, you know what, okay. Calm down, everyone. Like it will fix it. Don't worry. We'll, throw people in there and we'll fix it real quick and everything will be fine. Like people were sending death threats over that. I don't know. Like I think it's a little obnoxious. And I think as a community, gamers can be a little entitled. And
You're
that's
right.
all I'm gonna say about that.
100%. I agree.
You're absolutely right.
Because like what
Sorry,
you're
Like,
saying,
come on.
Get that
come
off
on.
my chest.
But like, come on. Are you telling me that you would have watched Sonic the Hedgehog if that Sonic looked like that?
I would have.
Give me the
was
teeth
what
cut.
it worked for.
I don't think the ends justify the means in this situation.
No.
Okay. All right. I was just sorry.
I
I'm just
think
trying to
that,
be a antagonist.
it's a movie that, as much as we all enjoyed it, is a movie that was aimed more so at a younger audience.
True.
And I don't think that the 8-year-old in the theater is going to be like, man, that Sonic looks weird as shit. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like
That's a foul mouthed 8-year-old.
I mean,
I think
was like
that was
as
me as a
8-year-old.
child, and I would've.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. But yeah, I don't know. I think that sometimes, like, I think it's amazing and fantastic how passionate people can be about it, but also at the end of the day, it's someone's creative work, and I feel this way about video games too. Like, whenever people get upset about the actual video game, it's someone's creative work. It doesn't, need to be dogpiled on. Like, I don't know. I kind of went off on this tangent. I apologize. But
No,
we're
it's
talking
okay.
about video games and films and adaptations, and this comes
That's
up a lot.
Quite all right.
So
And
I
that's
just
what
wanted
I brought you here
to put that
for.
out
I
there.
actually have something I want to say along that, where it kind of loops back to The Last of Us. Where The Last of Us is such a fantastic story of two characters that I think would translate to film really well. Like if you took the core
Oh,
moments from that,
absolutely.
it would it's you're basically playing a movie because you do not control the ending of the first game. There's no choice
Yeah.
there.
Correct.
You do what you do, and you feel about it how you feel about it. It's like watching a TV show. And like I said, not everyone plays video games, and TV and these may be made for people who are not into it as much. My mother absolutely loves the book The Road, which is a heavy inspiration for The Last of Us. And a fantastic movie. So when this gets made into an HBO show, I'll definitely show it to her because it's basically The Road.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, when this was announced, I think Sean Layden or somebody from like a Sony exec quote tweeted the announcement and said like, "I'm glad people are going to get the opportunity to experience The Last of Us for the first time, like in this new format. So it's definitely aimed at people who didn't play the video game.
Correct.
And it's going to the right place. It's an HBO show because you need to have that HBO level of fucking grit to it
Oh,
to
yeah.
do this.
And production level.
Yeah. Like, HBO had a few rocky years, but they have just been kicking out bangers these past few years.
What years are you talking about?
The years where the only thing carrying them was
stapling
Game of
them, man.
Thrones.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. The Night of.
Yeah.
Has anyone
What
seen
was
The
the
Night of?
night
Yeah.
of?
Wait, are you arguing against or for it?
4.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure. Because I thought you were going against him. And I was like, wait, you're giving me good stuff.
Vincent, I did want to respond. I really hope that the show isn't like a multi-season show. I really hope that like it sticks to a limited series because I think most shows work better as a limited series and they should be only limited.
My only worry is again that now that Game of Thrones is over, they're really looking for that next big thing.
Oh, I hope it's not it.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I
don't
would,
think
if
it
if
will
they
be.
came out and said no, it's one season, that's it. We're not like kind of like Watchmen. I'd be awesome. I'm all for it. But as of right now, my worry is that they're just gonna stretch it out and do whatever.
I think
so.
Lovecraft County is going to be that show for them.
I feel like because it's releasing how it is releasing, it's not gonna have that chance to be like, oh, this is the next big thing. Let's keep releasing it and keep releasing. Let's milk it for all it's worth. I think they're gonna respect it. I hope.
Okay. I think everybody's voiced their opinions on the Last of Us TV show and everything else. Last segment of the show is plugs. Christian, what are you plugging?
Probably just my Twitter at Chris Sizzle, 2 S's, 2 Z's.
Okay.
You can follow me there for all my photography and other podcast work.
Ooh, photography. I didn't know you did that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vinny, where can people find you?
All the usual places: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at ViralVinny.
Okay. Tessa, where can people
Hi.
find you? And your hot takes for The Dark Knight Rises.
Apparently, I need to post more on Twitter, but I'll go with Twitter. Why not? My handle's fun. Smash Bros 64.
Okay.
Spelled BREAUX because Cajun.
Okay. Fair enough. Ryan, where can people find you?
Oh, no,
Ryan.
Ryan.
That is just sweet. Let's try that one more time. Ryan,
That was great time.
where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter at RyanTheLion3055 for whatever the hell I'm up to that week.
Okay. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Pen Conquest and on Twitch this weekend. I am streaming for Extra Life on Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, and I believe it's 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. PST. So let's get excited for that. Thank you guys for joining me on this crazy episode that just went off the rails. I really appreciate it. I love shows like this. So
This
thank
is
you
fun.
once again.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Also,